Okay, so starting recording. All right, it's the 27th of November, 2023. Monday, 7:19 p.m. in Melbourne, where I am, and where Peter is. It is what,
49.
6:49. So he lives in the half-hour town of Adelaide.
Half an hour.
Is that for all of that time zone that you live in?
Yeah, because there must just be this weird zone above us, and then there's just Adelaide at the bottom, and they couldn't adjust it. I mean, we could have joined in one of the hour zones to the left or the right, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but...
So what's north of you? Uluru, like Ayers Rock. That's north, right?
Essentially, eventually, no, it's a long way. It's still a long
are
way.
They in the
it's not close.
time zone, like that weird, not
I
on the
believe
hour
so. Yeah, I'm not actually quite sure, but yeah, I mean, I'm imagining everything straight above us from here is in that time zone, but I'm not sure how far east or west it goes. But it's only half an hour, so it's like it must be half our time zone. So
I'm going to be there this year on the 31st of December. By the way, that date on that day will be 123.
Yeah, wow.
The 12. Oh, sorry. What is it? 123. 12. Like if you do the month first, right? So like you do it like America. So 12, 31. I know, but 23. But still, for Americans, that's the date, isn't it?
Well, okay.
It's noteworthy.
Yeah, that's good. Something good will happen then, I guess. Yeah.
Now, I have a problem in that I'm flipping out. This morning, at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I decided to ring my mum and complain that I'm fucking sick of life and I hate everything, right? And she's like, oh, God, let me get up. All right. He's putting the dog away and stuff. I said, no, you don't understand. I'm fucking dying here. The problem is potentially, as well as my life being fucked, the bathroom that I've been painting to surprise her and to make my house better so I can do Airbnb and stuff is releasing all these noxious fumes that I'm inhaling right now. And I haven't stopped inhaling for the last 5 or 6 days. This is not just normal paint. This is paint that makes the walls, the tiles, shiny. It's got extra grab. The primer didn't seem to smell like this, but this shit, the lid's on. But I'll tell you what, the paint is drying on the walls. The roller is out. It was too much effort to try to use turpentine to get the paintbrush clean. So it's just exposed paint wafting through this small apartment building and straight down into my lungs. And it could be the reason for my berserk type of vibe that I'm feeling and suicidal tendencies. So what I want to do is quash that feeling with alcohol. But as you know, I'm a slow drinker. It's hard for me to get drunk. I've been immune to alcohol in the past from all the different antipsychotics and antidepressants I've taken over the years. And now I'm really hoping that I can get drunk under your expert supervision.
It's a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, well, you basically wore a T-shirt that said, "The liver is evil and must be punished," but you did it with your pancreas, right?
Lucky for the oxycodone in that instance, for sure. Yeah. But I mean, look, the liver and the pancreas, they like it, but not too much.
Well, at the moment, I've got a full bottle of 700 mils Johnny Walker Red Label, and I've got some Coke Zero with no caffeine in it because I'm worried about getting the shakes and stuff.
Well, I would so the first thing you need to think about yourself is what is the length of the sesh?
I want to be smashed. Okay, by the way, yesterday I put up a mirror by myself, which was tantalizingly wanting to fall and break all over me. Big, heavy mirror in my bathroom that I'm renovating. And the back part of it broke off, and I was holding onto it with my elbow and my chin.
Yeah.
While I was balancing on a new sink that has not been drilled into the wall properly.
Yeah,
so
that's normal.
Doing that drunk, I'd be dead. So lucky I did that bit yesterday. I promised myself right now I will not fuck around with the mirror in my current state. I might paint.
Don't do anything tonight. Yeah, there's no need. There's no need to do anything tonight. Yeah.
I might paint.
No,
The
but
thing is, like I said to
we
you,
already
today,
did.
I
No, we
don't know,
just talked about the paint and the stuff. We
Right.
already just talked about that.
Okay. But
Isn't
what
that
about, I need
like
to
the
put some
whole?
primer down on some of the walls, like the shower
No,
area.
you need some ventilation in that motherfucker. That's what you
I know,
need.
but I haven't had a shower for 2 or 3 days, and I can't have one of
Well,
those.
I mean that'll be a start. You can turn the fucking ventilation fan on, and
I
then
can turn that on without actually showering, but I
you
can't
know
shower
what?
right now. I've
Then
got
the
the
shower room
tiles.
can be your panic room. Like when you start painting and you start to you're just about to fall over. You
The
can
shower
crawl
has
and
got the maximum paintage
yeah,
in
have a
there.
few like rugs near you so you can use them to get yourself into the panic room.
What I need is a Darth Vader mask so I can breathe. So okay, so I've got Coke Zero and I've got Johnny Walker, but because you spent a heap of time trying to reset your password so we could use Skype for this
Yeah.
recording, I have poured myself a drink. Because listen, I couldn't be fucked waiting. So I've got a drink in my hand. It's very lightly cordialed with Johnny Walker Red Label, but I'm willing to go harder than just this mixed drink if necessary.
That's okay. So what you get, like, you know what? That's the primer. You're just gonna have a couple of nice little sips of that.
I understand primer because of paint. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it's the same. I think the etymology of that one's different. It's
Keep going with the paint analogies. I'm
anyway.
getting
Okay,
this.
let's
I'm
go.
getting this.
Okay. So, it's like your choke, right? That's your choke. So this is to get you started.
Alright.
So you're just gonna have a couple of nice sips of that, and then like when you pour out a shot,
30 mils.
like how much sort of comes out of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So pick up the bottle.
Yeah.
And pour one of them down your throat.
All right, ready? But that's how many swallows is that? Do you think?
Just one.
One swallow.
I just asked you before.
No, but I reckon 30 mils would take.
I trust you now. No, hang on. No, you know what? Put the bottle down. Put the bottle down. I don't trust you anymore. Pour out a shot.
Into my glass.
Well, up to you.
Like
I mean,
I'm willing to drink it.
How metric do we need to get?
I just think you're a bigger scholar than me. I just think that if I were to pour 30 mils down
No,
my gullet,
I'm not talking about the bigger or the lesser. I'm just saying pour a shot down your throat.
Okay, ready?
That shot's 30 mils.
All right, let's go.
So if you don't trust yourself pouring 30 mils down your throat, you're probably going to pour less, to be honest. Yeah. That was about 12 mils. Yeah, 12 or 15. I'm joking. It was about 12. I could hear it.
Actually, I know. Actually, I forgot. Yeah. A shot glass and a shot that they pour into mixed drinks is the same. So I did just have a shot. Easy. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Don't know about that.
The international shot glass that people have in a glass is the same as the generic shot pouring.
Well, that's why I said 30 mils, just to clarify.
Yeah, I know, but when I think of the 30 mils, I think of the containers you use for creating cocktails. Like I forgot that a shot glass is a thing.
Oh yeah, right, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, so now you've done about half a shot. Do that again, because then it'll be one shot.
I reckon we go up to 60.
I mean, you primed yourself and everything. It's unreal. What are you drinking? Moonshine?
Tastes like it. At the beginning of that session, it was right at the top of the bottle. Now it's down past the diagonal top bit of the red label.
So have you done way more? You've done way more than one shot?
I reckon I just drank 100. But at least there's dizziness and concern. Okay, for me to get some context, I need to undarken this room a bit.
All right, and you 100%. Are you for real? You've had like about 100 mils?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at how much has gone out of the bottle, it's considerable.
Yeah, that's good. That's
obviously
perfect. I was leading you there. I just thought, like, from the sound of the first one, you just had a little bit.
Yeah, no, but your peer pressure helped me, like by making me feel inadequate, like I was some little girly man for not drinking enough. peer pressure.
Little boy, would you like for me to get you some milk?
How about we play Russian roulette?
Oh,
Until these stakes. No,
that's
this
hilarious.
is doing well. I mean, like, this should kick in and make me drunk. At the moment, I feel like I could still.
Yeah, you
Get
don't need to drink it. Like, but no, you need to be accurate with me. Like, 'cause it's a 700 ml bottle. You just have to eyeball it and tell me how much of that you drank, and I'll trust you.
Well, it's narrower at the top part. I'm down.
Well, of course it
the
is.
flat
Yeah,
area.
you know shapes and shit. Fuck.
All right. Wait. Now let me just.
You don't have to You don't have to be to the mill, mate. You don't have to be to the mill. Like,
No, it's not. It's not even down to the barcode.
just in the ballpark.
All right. Okay. I reckon I've had 150, 160 mils out of this 700 ml bottle.
700 ml bottle.
Yeah, it's a little one.
That's the normal one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Standards. That's stock.
But holding, because I usually buy the 1 liter. So holding this in my hand, it looks like, like a Gatorade. A bottle of Gatorade's about 700 mils as well, right? So if you drink Gatorade or Powerade,
600.
Yeah, so this is about the same size as that. It's just the glass is thicker, so it seems a bit, like you're getting more, but you're not.
Yeah, right. Potent. So that should be good for you.
Right, like how long do you reckon it'll take to? No.
Not only like 3, but you can't do it anymore now. But you got to wait like 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, otherwise I'll get too smashed.
Well, yeah.
Okay, let's see. What about the eating factor? We've got to bring this science into it. Okay. So
no, this is the okay. Oh, you haven't eaten. I didn't know.
I did actually, but I think you need to say.
You should eat while you're drinking. You should eat while you're drinking as well.
No, I already ate before. I'm full. So what I had before was I made this, and you're a chef, so you'll approve of my genius artwork with food. I got frozen snap, fucking carrots, peas, beans, broccoli, and shit out of the freezer. Yeah. Poured it into a bowl, 8 minutes in the microwave. Added 90-second rice. Bing, right? Added that, some cashews, and some Master Foods satay sauce, and stirred it all up and ate the shit.
That was good.
Yeah, it's a full meal. It's the least.
Oh, it's a full meal. Yeah.
It's a hot meal for a bachelor, and I highly recommend that.
I didn't ask if it was a full meal. I said, was it a good meal?
Good. 6 stars. No, well, 5 stars.
5 stars? Out of how many? You said 6 to start. How many start? What's it out of?
Now, honestly, I'm too smashed to even remember what a star is for.
That is like 26 stars. Yeah, 5 out of 26. Yeah.
Alright. I give it 5 out of 10. And then maybe 5.5 out of 10. But I'm telling you right now, if you're a bachelor, right, and you want a quick and easy meal to be hot at home, you just get the frozen, not frozen.
Don't go to your house. Oh, I mean, sorry. Yeah.
If you went to Peter's house, you'd be treated to a fucking smorgasbord of deliciousness. But I reckon if you went into his pantry, the food would be incomprehensible. You wouldn't be able to just reach in there and grab a biscuit and just put some peanut butter on it. It'd just be like all fucking nutmeg and paprika.
There's weird shit, man. There's like, yeah.
And
there's an international section. There's an international section in there.
It's all international, isn't it? Like, what have you actually got?
What do you mean? Everything's international depending on what fucking where the fuck you are. So, but yeah.
It's not local. Like, it's not local stuff. You just.
Nah, mate. I live in South Australia, bro. Everyone's fucking local here. Fucking don't you forget it.
You fucking can't. So,
yeah.
So tell me, do you have any instant food in your house?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What?
Oh.
What can you open and just eat and it's made like that?
Oh, like, dude, like, I've got all those things as well. Like, I've got, like, I mean, can you listen to this?
Solve that clue.
All those crinkly bits. Oh, here's the one. They're all snacks. And then all the ones you
Wait,
couldn't
that
hear.
sounded wet. That sounded a bit wet.
No, I'm in the pantry. There's like monster noodles. There's chocolates of all sorts. There's Indian sweets. I got like fucking ghee flavored fucking Bombay Hava. Fucking, I've got
How was that
Benjamin
wrapped?
Butler snacks. I got these Taiwanese fucking almond biscuit things. Fucking holy shit! Oh, jelly! I made jelly yesterday. I got sugar-free jelly, port wine flavor, aeroplane jelly light. I
It's
haven't even
wine
tried it.
flavored jelly.
No, it's port wine. Remember, like port wine gummies? It's not. Doesn't fucking taste like port wine, but that's the
So I don't know
flavor.
if it is. I remember Portello.
No, it's port wine flavor. But there's no port and there's no wine in it. But that's the
Okay.
flavor. Yeah, you
So,
want to
so,
try
so,
it?
so you know a lot about the basis of food. Jelly's always frightened me as a vegetarian. Is it like made out of animal hooves or some shit?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh no, gelatin is, but it depends on what jelly you're having. I'm just gonna have a look at this one.
Right, it's been 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not drunk.
Hang on, where is it? So
Doing a
this
bad
one.
job smashing me.
Oh yeah, this one's. So the ingredients on this one is gelatin brackets beef origin.
It tells you that the animal. Why doesn't it just say Nigel?
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to actually. You're right. It doesn't have to. But basically, it's like so any, and I mean, you wouldn't know this, but well, you would, but like I only know it really because I've just dealt with it before. But all like the edges of the feet and like the shins and the shoulder blades and the elbows and all that holds all the like cartilage and all that sort of stuff, and then all the muscles that come off, all the muscles come off there, and then all the fat, all the sinew that comes off there. It's all that it creates a gelatin. Like if you make a
Sounds
stock,
delicious.
well, it's the whole thing isn't. It doesn't actually taste like anything. It's like it's neutral flavor.
I know, but
So I
it's
think
weird, isn't it, that it's in children's lollies? Like, they don't know. They don't know that. They don't. Children go
absolutely.
around looking at lollies. They think it's, it comes from the Candy Man, from like under the mushrooms where the fairies live or some shit. Not out of fucking, Lambert, the sheepish lion. Like fucking, they don't
Yeah.
know that animals are being torn to pieces, literally screaming for their mother.
Well, it's actually.
make it fucking jelly.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that as well. But the whole thing is though that the bits that the sweets come from is like the bits that would get thrown away if they weren't used for that.
But what, isn't there blood and bone? There's an entire industry about bits of bone and shit for different things, isn't there?
I mean, every animal, like if you use 100% of it, there's like zero wastage in terms of it, like it going back into somehow back into the environment.
And
it's
all
not
you
just
have
chucked
to
on the
do
porch.
to pay for the upkeep of these animals is to just fucking plant grass.
See, that's
And
where
then the
like
grass, and the animals
mean-
walk around eating the grass, and you
Yeah.
can dam.
I mean, look,
Okay, yeah, to
look,
make
Paulie, you know what?
Sorry.
And you're gonna, you know what? If we have an argument about it, you're gonna have better arguments. I know that.
Wait,
I've got a couple.
I'm going to give you an advantage by drinking some more of this shit because I don't want to argue about animals. Even though
No. And when I say argue, you know what? I don't mean argue.
No, I know.
I mean discussion.
Yes, I know. I know what an argument is in terms of the.
Yeah.
What's terminology? Okay, now while I'm
Etymology. Yeah.
No, etymology is the origin
Of the
and
word.
the choice of the word would be terminology, wouldn't it? Choice of word. Etymology is the history or the back.
History of the word. Yes.
Yeah, where the word came from, the history of the word.
Yeah.
Ology though means study of, doesn't it? Anyway,
You know what?
tell me something.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a collective term and a group term or something? Okay, so a murder of crows or a business of beavers or something? Or something
Yeah, something
weird like that.
Yeah, something cool like that.
What are those terms called? I want to skull this shit.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't remember.
Without
Off the top of
15
my
mils.
head.
I reckon it's collective. A collective term. I think.
Collective.
And a term for
I mean, that makes sense because the word collective would mean a group. I mean, essentially, yeah, a group
and
of collective.
when you're trying to find of a collective or a general term for robots, pirates, priests, talking letterboxes, and different things like that. What would be the term we're looking for to bring them all together into one category? Can you even think of a category?
Can you repeat? Can you just repeat that? Can you just repeat what you just said?
Try to invent or figure out what a good category name would be for all these things: a priest, a robot, a corporation, a government organization, a rabbit, and a rabid fucking squirrel.
What? What do you mean? What did you add the last two?
They're all part of this whole thing that I need for the show we're writing. I had this debate for days on the Mensa page to try to figure out how to categorize all of our different groups of characters.
Yeah.
In the show.
Can you just say them again? Because I had some sparks, and then you threw me with the last two.
Yeah, it's hard. What was some of the sparks that you were thinking?
I don't know. I can't remember now.
All right, we want the category for this group of creatures and stuff, right? Let's say a robot, a government organization, cheer squad, the female nurse, the sidekick to the bad guy, the main people who live in the apartment and they're the protagonists, the people who fucking sweep the porch every night.
Yeah.
Like dangerous animals that you come into contact with on different planets. All these characters and things and groups are part of the world that we're building. What's the category name for these different
marginalized
things? No.
Marginalized?
No. Like I've got a chapter for maps and locations. I've got another chapter for
a chapter summary.
Yeah. And another one is for brainstorming. Another one is for all those things that I just mentioned. What's that category? Category called.
Nice, easy one.
Category. Very funny word, category.
What did you just say? Category.
It is category. But it's more the South African accent. They say category. What is a category? Looking for you. Talking, tell me about. A bit of north in the background. Think about what is going on here. The dog. Yeah. What is the name of the particular category that we are looking for here? Have a bit of a think about it. God. It's hard. I mean, from what I saw, there were only like two right answers. It's very hard to think of because English.
What are the two right answers?
The English language is missing so many fucking words.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
There's not enough words. I mean, what's your first instinct for this group of different creatures? It's like creatures is the category. But I'm like, no, what about the fucking political institutions and shit? Anyway, after many days of talking about it with all these people, the answer was beings, or the better one was entities.
Ugh.
Entities seemed like the perfect category that would allow me to do anything.
I mean, but the entities can be like natural or supernatural, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of robots in our show and a lot of different types of robots.
Yeah, but robots aren't supernatural. We haven't got any of that shit going on yet.
There's no supernatural anything ever because everything is natural. Okay, let me ask you this. What does it mean to be supernatural? It means that it's theoretical, right? It can't be real.
This is not true. This is not true.
It means it's not true. That's what it means. Like, because anything that's thought to be supernatural, like a werewolf or a Dracula or something,
Yeah.
right? If they were suddenly found to exist, they're not supernatural anymore.
Yeah, it's the same like what is it? It's the same like fucking like medicine and then like not medicine.
Eastern medicine.
Yeah, well, like naturopathy, like there's some in the past that like it wasn't, but then it was when it got studied, and they're like, oh yeah, that is actually, oh yeah.
I'll try to play devil's advocate. So naturopathy is where you put like a drip from the end of your dick, and now it's got urine essence in the water, right? And you got like 10 liters of water.
That's
now this
like homie. Yeah, I think that could be, but it's very complicated.
It's not though, is it?
You know how lies work. You know how lies work. You know when you get caught in a lie, and you've got to make up a whole lot of other lies to back up from the original lie.
Yeah, and so there's a backstory that goes.
So what ends up happening is like there's just a fucking bunch of lies, and then like you don't even know which the first one was, and that doesn't matter though. That's good. That's good.
but the medicine could work because the placebo effect works, right?
No, but the medicine will work when the scientists get it and go, oh shit, this works. We'll turn it into medicine.
Yeah, I know. But
and then all of a sudden,
placebo.
Oh, I mean, look, placebo. No, that's different. That's different. Placebo. We can't get into that because I don't even know that much about it. But that's weird.
No, but it's the only reason that naturopathy works because of the placebo effect. Realistically speaking.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you're in a situation where you're facing death, and they say you have 6 days to live, not a week.
Yeah.
6 days.
Okay, 6 days.
Full-blown ball cancer, right? And they're going to explode, and you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
And you might be reaching
on the 6th day, the ball will explode. Yeah, I remember the psalm. Yeah.
So, what are you going to do? If you get this monkey who's like got a little tambourine and shit, and he's wearing hippie clothes, and he's got like 15 earrings and nose ring, and he's fucking one of his eyes all like stoned.
Tattoo. He's got ear tattoos.
Yeah, ear tattoo.
Is that monkey?
This is a chimp I'm thinking of, actually. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Thinking of a fucking ape. He's obviously wearing roller skates. Okay.
Yeah. But they were off-road roller skates, the wheels, because he had to go down the gravel road and shit. Yeah, I know.
So this monkey talks to you after handing you the peyote, which you're supposed to eat peyote or smoke it? What's the deal with that?
I don't even know. I've heard about it. Don't they make a big broth and you just drink a tea or something?
Tea, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Is that the same shit, or is that like is that like further south? That stuff. I don't know, because there's like deeper Amazon shit where maybe that's the tea stuff. I don't know, because there's one where you vomit everywhere and then you get high.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's peyote
or whatever it's called.
No, that's mushrooms.
Ingredient mushrooms. What do you think of?
I want some.
Psychosome. Yeah, of course you do.
I want some.
But this is the kind of shit you don't want to do by yourself. When you could hear noises. It could be a possum walking on the fence, and now all of a sudden you're reaching for a fucking knife, and you just stab the next person who walks through the door because you're.
I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Because of my mentality, I would be reaching for the cushion. I'd go out and try to make a bed for it.
Oh, you're trying to befriend the creatures in your brain.
Absolutely.
So you've got this. You're seeing dragons and shit fly out of the sky.
Oh, dragon, mate. Have you ever seen an iguana? It's just a little dragon.
Yeah, he's a little dragon.
Just a little dragon. Nothing wrong with it.
So, he's a dragon. Do you think he can blow fire?
It's a little dragon. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think you shouldn't.
I'll send you a picture. Do you want to see a picture of me with dragons on my shoulder?
Is he smoking a joint?
It was in Vanuatu. I'm sure I showed you the photos that afternoon.
Did you just befriend some native
No,
iguana?
I had to pay. I had to pay for it. It was like a dude down at the docks.
Okay, so it's not like you just walked into the fucking river
No,
and came out
I
an
mean,
iguana.
they made me feel like I did that, but they
Okay.
didn't. In hindsight, I got snagged like a tourist. But
This is not to say that you are a touristy type person at all, because you.
I mean, I was with my sister. I was with sis. She was a local.
From Thailand, from monks.
But this is Vanuatu. They would think that was weird.
I know, but I'm just telling the audience that you're not a general consumer tourist.
Oh, well, I mean, in this instance, I fucking was. I was.
Yeah, well, of course, you can't be bothered befriending an iguana and you know, going on a spiritual journey.
I didn't want to do that first. I didn't want to have to take the time to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
It would have taken ages. Yeah, I would have had to fucking get all camoed up and shit. Nah, there's no way. I wouldn't do it. There's no way I would have been able to pull it off.
So you paid for the iguana experience?
Yeah, I don't even know how much I paid. It was whatever sis said. She just said, yeah, just pay him. And I went, okay.
Would you have preferred that experience if you were hallucinating?
Oh, absolutely. Or I probably would have had to pay. I probably would have had to pay more.
Would you have freaked out if you were fucking hallucinating and they were like fucking the stars were melting and fucking every time you took a piss, fucking like neon butterflies would shoot out of your dick and then fucking like dragons flying around.
I know, man. You know what, dude?
Your shoulder and there's another hallucination called an iguana, and you go to touch it like, wow, it looks so real, and you feel it and it's fucking real. What would you do? You'd be fucking like fighting the iguana now, and it would be fighting you.
No, well, it depends. If I know I'm far gone, no. If I'm far gone, I just go straight to fetal position. I tap out.
Tell us the story of your adventures in Vietnam.
Which one?
The one where you're walking down the street after the bus was shot up.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, because you came home late because Richard had gone to bed early and you were left alone.
Yeah. So walking down the back street. Yeah.
This is Vietnam, right?
Yeah. No. This was Laos. That was Laos.
All right. So can you just been to Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam, right?
I never made it to Cambodia.
Okay. So can you differentiate?
That's because Nana died. I come back.
Oh yes. All right. Now listen. Most people hear the word Vietnam, like me. I've never been there, and we just think Vietnam War, generic people with the thumbtack hats on in the rice fields. No idea what it feels like or looks like to be there. Are you thinking of jungle? What are you thinking of? Bare feet everywhere? Is like sheep? Like you're seeing lots. What is it? Describe it.
Dude, it's all of it. So if you look geographically, it's a finger. I don't even know what shape. I'm going to call it a finger shape, just because it's like long and it's got a massive coast on the east side of it, and then the west side of it, it's attached to Laos, and I'm not sure if it's attached to Burma at the top. I don't think it is. No, because Laos just goes straight up. So it's attached to Laos straight down, and then it's also attached to Thailand and Cambodia at the bottom. But then the whole east coast is just South China. It's not South China Sea. There's some other word for it. South China Sea is north of that. But that's where all the. So at the north of that, like Ha Long Bay.
Is this here around the equator? Is this hot, humid? What is it?
Oh yeah. So the first time I went there, I went to Hanoi, and it was really cold. So I just come from Thailand. It was really hot, and then that's where I got my feet all cut up in the nightclub, the Green Monkey. That's another story. Went to Hong Kong. It all checked out. vodka was available really cheap, but the bars were really expensive. So I just got like a big bottle of betadine, fixed up my feet, and drank vodka, and that was really cool. Then we went from there. Then we went to Hanoi. So we went from Hong Kong to Hanoi, and I remember that being really cold as
Hong
well.
Kong. Sorry, I missed that bit.
Oh yeah, that's another story, dude. That's so my mate used to be in the Chinese swim team,
Oh.
like back in the day, straight out of school. I think they got him from school.
What were you saying? He was like professional,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Olympics.
He never swam in the Olympics, but I'm pretty sure he's swimming like the Asia Games. He would have been in the relay team and stuff. Like I don't think he never like fully made it, but he was fucking. I mean, he was the man at
And you were a
school.
good swimmer as well. So
Oh yeah, but like compared to him, I wasn't. You know,
you're
like
like
well, I mean, I
you're
was,
super
but
fast.
I was a second behind. You know, second behind.
Really? So
So
you were up there. I
yeah.
remember you were doing early morning
Oh,
training.
I was okay, man. I did okay. I did okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I for my size and everything like that, man. I did so my top time was 26 flat for a 50-meter freestyle.
Whoa. There's no
So
way I
26
get to
0
be sure
0,
that was half that
whatever the
weird
timing. So I mean,
double-sided
like
clock.
that's like yeah. I mean, I think the Olympic things like 20 or 21 or something, you know. So I'm like, you know, it's like 4 or 5 seconds off that. You know, so
Oh, so
I would
you
look like a
cared. You were
toddler.
up there. You were aiming for that.
Well, no, because I was like, because I played water polo and stuff, so I was a big boy. You know, I was when I was doing that, I was like 100 and
You're too busy
110, 115
strangling things
kilos.
underwater with your legs.
But apparently, fat floats.
Yeah, it
So
does. It
like
does.
that was like
True.
yeah.
Survive in
But still,
the
like I mean,
Titanic.
to get to those top levels, you need to be like an athlete, you know, a proper athlete. But yeah, but I was good at because I grew up in the water. I was strong. I grew up surfing and shit. So yeah, water polo was that was my thing, man. And so yeah, it was. I could swim fast enough to play that at a pretty good level, and yeah, I was just strong in the water. So I wouldn't be able to do it now, but what I did there was, yeah, that was cool.
Okay, so you went from Hong Kong to Hanoi.
Then we went to Hanoi, and
Sorry,
then
wait,
so
wait.
we
Just
hung
quickly,
around.
wasn't Hong Kong a rich city for white people?
No, but we stayed in Kowloon.
Okay.
So our mate had a pent. It was his grandfather's place, and it was a penthouse in Kowloon, which is across the harbour from Hong Kong. So it's in the same. It's Hong Kong, but it's Kowloon. So basically, we were like, and this was only so this would have been what 1998, 1999. And I swear to God, we saw fuck all white people. Well, like when we were living there,
Okay.
like we saw a few, like they were around, but not like Hong Kong on the other side where it was touristy. Where we were, it was not touristy.
So Hong
I
Kong,
got a
is that an island?
oh
Is that an island?
yeah,
The
yeah,
whole
it is.
island
Yeah,
of Hong Kong, and you were in Kowloon.
Kowloon. So um, Kowloon. I think it
Okay,
is.
so you're on the Hong Kong island, not on the mainland of China.
No, we're in Hong Kong. We're still in Hong Kong, but it's
Yeah.
like it's the other side of like the harbour.
Okay. And so this is all
This is
Cantonese in Hong Kong, isn't it? Not Mandarin.
yes, yeah, Cantonese, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So continue.
Yeah, I mean, this was a long time ago as well. So I mean, yeah, but and we stayed with my mate, and so I went to school with this guy. So he was fully fluent, like Aussie speaking dude. But one night, me and Richie, you remember Richie?
Yeah.
I won't say his second name. We went and did a what do you call those singing things? Fucking karaoke
Mhm.
with a good segment of the Chinese swim team in this like high rise fucking I don't know. It was
Oh,
like
so he
some
was the only
karaoke
white
bar.
guy in the swim team.
No, he wasn't white. He was Chinese, but he was Aussie speaking.
Oh, so he spoke two languages.
Yeah, he did, but not that good. Like, so to look at his face, he looked Chinese, but he was like a good-looking Chinese dude. Like you know the difference. Like, I'm not saying that other ones are not good-looking, but like,
You
you know what I
fucking.
mean? Like the feature, like the kind of like the guy. He would be like he would easily be an active extra in a kung fu film.
I know what a good-looking person looks like, right? So your friend, this is your friend, right? He
Yeah,
gave you a free trip.
he's cut like a diamond. Cut like a diamond, dude.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So he's obviously
Yeah.
he's
Like in
obviously
terms of
training
swimming. In
5 8.
terms of swimming. Like he did the weights and
Flash,
shit, but he was a
flashback to
swimmer.
Luna Park. Flashback to Luna Park, right? Wasn't there a swimming pool inside Luna Park in Sydney?
That's where I used to fucking train every day.
Yeah, why were you training every day? Like, you would have been up there with this guy.
I was actually, to be honest, just behind him in the. I swam with him, man. I was in the
Was that
same.
where?
That was the place. I swam with him, but he was at the front. He was at the front of the line, and I was like about halfway down.
And you were racing to try to beat him.
No, because it was training. You just have to. All you have to do is finish laps, but the faster person has to be at the front because when you're doing like 60 laps in a row, you don't want to be. Well, that would just be a warm up.
Bullshit. Be honest. Be honest. Okay, listen. For people who hate exercise like me, I mean, I want to be fit, but I just can't be bothered. So
I shit you not, dude. Our training was 2.5 hours, 2 days a week, and I'm not saying that 60. The warm up would vary, and that would be the maximum warm up. But that's a kilometre, right? 60 laps of the 50-metre is a kilometre, and I've been to trainings where he's gone, bang, that's your warm up. Go.
Who is this guy?
And that's at 5 o'clock in the morning. Steve Badger. I remember his name. Steve Badger. Should I say names? I don't know. So yeah.
Is he
He's a swimming coach. He was our swimming coach. Yeah.
He's trained a champion at the Olympics or something at this stage.
Oh.
What's going on?
I'm pretty.
Have you seen him on TV?
No. He was of age then. Like not really old, but he was like. He was like a respected. He was a respected training. He was a respected trainer. He was a respected coach.
Okay.
And he flogged us, man. Yeah. So like, mate, the warm up could be like. So yeah, that 60 laps would be like a crazy warm up, but that pretty much takes up the entire time. So it's a 2.5 hour training.
All right, you
60 laps.
6 seconds or something. 29 seconds was your best. What's the average of 60 laps, 50 meters? What's the 50-meter average?
So this is another drill that he used to make us do. It'd be like 40 laps on 45 seconds. So you do a lap. So the timer would be 45 seconds for the lap. So whoever is at the front would start, and you get 45 seconds. So you get to the end, and you get the breather. So if you went fast, you get there, and you get 10 seconds break. If you went slow, whatever. But you do that over like 40 or 50 laps, and by the time you get to the end of it, like you'd be wanting that whole 45 seconds for the lap.
Can you swim, or could you in those days, at the height of your fitness, could you swim, do a spin turn, and just keep going forever? What would be the limit? 100, 200?
What do you mean a spin turn?
Okay, isn't there a spin turn when you get to the end?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Spin turn, tumble turn, sure. But what are you trying to say? Like, yeah, I knew. Everyone knew how to do them.
If you didn't care about the speed you're doing it, right? But you're not allowed to stop ever. If you go less than 0.1 kilometers an hour, you failed, right? How long could you go for?
Well, every person had a different tumble turn because, like, you have different stroke lengths and shit.
You don't have to do a tumble turn. You're just not allowed to stop ever.
Oh, well, that's like swimming between islands. Yeah, I could have done that.
What islands? Like Tasmania and the mainland? Well,
maybe not that because of the Bass Strait, but like proper. Like I used to be out in boats, dude, and because I could swim for the whole 2.5 hours. Right, that's 5 o'clock in the morning. You finish at 7:30, and then I'd go like eat a loaf of bread, a couple of muffins, and 2 liters of milk, and then I'd go to school. Like that was
Your
that was my
choice
day,
of
man.
priorities.
And then
Yeah.
some of those days, I had water polo training after school
Oh
as
fuck.
well. Not
Were you
all of them,
sore?
but like,
You must have been sore.
yeah, but like compared to now, no,
So
because
okay. So
you know
your
what I mean.
your
Like,
elderly 40-year-old body right now, failing
I'm
you
pretty
right
good
now.
now. To be honest, I'm pretty decent now, man. Like, I mean, the work I do now, I'm constantly picking up 20 kilo loads, like 40, 50 times a day, if not more. Probably
Ah,
100.
yes, you've just gone from cement mixing to deliveries.
Well, I was delivering cement before, which was still a little bit like the most physical thing with that was probably cleaning the truck.
And
Because I was pretty.
half the people in our family don't even know you're not a chef anymore, which is like your whole life's work. But anyway, keep
I
going.
know, yeah, I know. I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna fucking. I don't know. Fucking.
But you were
I'm
training to be a
gonna.
swimming coach as well at one
Oh
point.
yeah, I got sick of that. I didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, right. So
It
deliveries,
was
you're
all.
picking up shit. You're doing fitness stuff.
Well, I mean, to an extent, I have to be careful with what. Yeah, it's a lot of lifting. A lot of lifting.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. You've told me your philosophy on fitness in the past in terms of every day with every motion. You reach down to pick up something you dropped on the ground and you'll flex your muscles to pick it up. You'll open the door for
Yeah.
it, you'll go, rah, and just like be
Well, I
squeezing
mean, yeah,
that muscle.
it's not every motion, but
But if you can incorporate light,
when I'm in working mode, that I think about that philosophy constantly. Sure,
really?
yeah, but I mean,
What working?
I,
What do you mean working mode? What does that mean? Working mode.
when I'm getting paid, I guess.
So when you're getting paid, do you want to work out and make your body physically
Yeah, because
fit?
that was the philosophy in the book,
What book?
Bruce Lee.
Right. Seriously. So you've been keeping a secret from me this whole time. There's some Bruce Lee book. Did you and Cameron read this together? Because he got into Bruce Lee at some point and became a personal
We never
trainer.
read it together. No, he doesn't know about this.
I reckon you guys have had this discussion though. Like, what's this Bruce Lee connection between you and Cameron and this book that you've been secretly hiding all these years? What is this book?
It's purely like I can't remember the name of the book, and it's not even the whole book. It's just like one part of one chapter. When he like first gets there, and he's like he's trying, and I don't even apply it the same way that he applies it. I just think about it as a way to apply something, and it's
Okay,
just always got me out.
you sit up straight.
Oh, I'm not good at that. My posture's actually a little bit bad. I need to think about that a lot. Yeah. But I'm good at lifting. I'm good at lifting stuff, and just
What's
I
your
don't want
body's position right now?
to. I'm sitting there.
I'm sitting with my scotch, watching the sunset over the city of Melbourne through the trees. It is very beautiful.
Yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
drinking
So
my hand. I'm
you are
slightly
now in
pissed
a
on paint
yeah
and
no
alcohol.
you're in a no, but now you're in a good state because you're just thinking that. So don't even have any more for like at least another 20 minutes, half an hour.
Wait. What is this new philosophy? That is this crazy talk. What are you talking about? Now
Well,
I'm on a roll. Keep going. What are you talking about? Like, okay, I'm gonna look at these binoculars for a second.
because I know you
Oh,
like to sleep.
like
You need some
caffeine.
sleep.
Oh no! Like I told you, I sleep about 4 nights a week, but the sleeps are like 14 hours. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's not going to change instantly.
Yeah, no, I know.
You are the sleep deprived one of all of us because you work your ass off. Tell me something. Are you happy with the amount of money you've made for the amount of hours
No,
you worked?
no.
By how far? What's the adjustment? Like if you look at the
Well, I
graph
mean,
of profit versus
I
money.
do spend money though. Like I mean, I've got certain things that I do myself, but on the other hand, like I'll go out and buy like fairly expensive food. Like, but I'll like me and Fleur will cook it at home, but we'll spend a fair bit on food, because it's expensive. Not on restaurants, but just on food.
Does the question of what is life for pop into your mind with every decision you make? Do you look at your life from the end of assessment? Like if you're 95 years old in your rocking chair, thinking back on today, is that always in your mind, or are you going are you in the moment somehow?
Mate,
And
sometimes I think about like sometimes when I was like 16, 17, whatever, there was like certain girls that I was trying to chat up and shit, and I
Yeah.
said certain things that were just so stupid, fucking like just
Is that
cost
because
me a
your old
BJ.
self told you to say it?
No, no, no. I'm just saying like I often like I'll wake up at 3 in the morning and go, oh fuck, what did I say that for?
Oh,
Ah.
you got regrets. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if it's regret or is it like training? Is it like
No, but were
you know?
you in the
Because
moment when you said the weird comment?
oh, who
The,
knows?
because
Probably not.
see, a lot
I
of
was
people.
probably, I was probably, no, you know what? I probably wasn't, man. Like, all when I was that age, I was all fake, like trying to look at the fashion, trying to have whatever silly fucking pants or shoes
Were
everyone
you
else is
really? Were
wearing.
you? Was there really a time when you were not capable of assessing the situation properly because you were
Oh,
just a
yeah,
follower?
that's
I'm
when I got the
surprised
BJ.
you became a follower because you told me earlier you'd gained wisdom from being bullied. I'm thinking, oh, cool, okay, he's got some brains, right, good. And now you're telling me you just went along with the flow, and I'm like, fuck, man, where's my respect to you gone? Out the window. That's
What do you
crazy.
mean flow? When I say what flow are you talking about?
You said when you were a kid you were fat and bullied, and I'm thinking, yes, that's going to give you some wisdom. And then you grow
Yeah.
up and you become a follower of the trends. You said,
Oh,
why
yeah, no,
would you
no,
do
no,
that?
but like not fully. Like no, 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 like no, no. I was never like on the precipice of fashion, man. That's not.
Okay, yeah,
But
thank
but you
God.
still, I was still like, like I was, you're in school, you got all your friends, or you got a certain party to go to. There's certain girls there and stuff. Like there's certain ways you have to dress up, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I probably did it wrong every time still, but it's just no, no, no. It was always thought about. But that's what growing up is. That's just what growing up is.
All right. Now, in your present life, are you in the moment when you do shit when you're sober, or are
Oh
you
yeah.
constantly seeing yourself from the outside?
No, I'm more in the moment than looking. Yeah.
Because you're so busy, you can't. Especially when you're driving a car, you can't be
And I've got
doing
I've got a dark sense.
still
I've got a
life
dark
shit.
sense. I've got a dark sense of humor as well. So I'm like
All right.
pretty happy to look at
As we
funny
get
shit.
back to Vietnam questions, by the way, for anybody still wanting me to get back to, I'm just slow to from go back. What's it called? To circle around. So, just though, what is your brain process when you think about how to interact with people and day-to-day living in general? Is there a specific or general way that you would describe it?
Oh
Like, are
no,
you seeing yourself
it
on an
was
old man?
genuinely because generally trying to fit in and get along most of it.
Okay, so you've got no unclosed problems that need closure. You're not waiting for closure on anything in your life.
Uh,
It's all
Nothing
done.
from. No,
So to
I
me,
mean
I don't
I've got to
understand what it
live.
would be like to be in your position.
I mean, in terms of
Being
like
clean and able to
knowing who I
deal
am.
with my life. I'm in the past every waking moment because I
I've
don't
got a
know.
couple of issues,
Yeah,
but like
what are they? Are they too private?
booze. That's all the couple
That
of issues.
is that it? Is there any people? Are there any people who you're depending on except for yourself? Was it just yourself?
Well, my wife.
No, I mean in terms of closure, like so you can move on.
Oh no,
So in terms of closure, all you have to do is choose not to be an alcoholic or something.
yeah,
Fucking hell. Just go and
yeah.
hold your breath underwater for 30 minutes. Fuck. Jesus.
I used to be able to do about a minute 20.
Are you serious?
Yeah, which isn't like that's good, but like I mean, I couldn't do that now, but then I could. But I mean, there was people that there's always someone can do it better. But yeah, that was pretty good. Then I could do the whole.
That
I
is a
told you, I
lot.
could do the
That is a
50
lot.
meter. I could do the 50-meter swimming pool underwater with the dive.
No, really,
Yeah,
you did. No,
yeah.
was anybody else able to do that? That's a
Not,
fucking huge underwater
not.
swim, man.
I
That
used
is
to be able to do that,
massive.
and I wasn't very old then as well. I was
Did you
like
really? How many
fucking
times have you ever
16,
done that
maybe,
in your life? How many times
maybe
have you done that?
twice. But it was a mission. Like I remember
Oh,
even then, and I was at peak. I was like peaking.
where was
I
the
wasn't
point in the swimming pool where you thought, "Fuck, got to go up for air"?
about
For the first time?
halfway.
Oh, really? And you pushed it that far? You
Yeah,
were in pain
yeah.
from the 50% mark.
Not
all the
just
way
pain,
to
like literally, like your timing as you're coming up out of the water. Because I used to do it from the deep end to the shallow end, and so you'd be doing the frog underwater,
yeah,
and
but
then
seriously, I think you're exaggerating because I think I could have done. I've done several 25-meter laps underwater. Not laps. I've done 25 meters from not diving,
oh yeah,
and so you wouldn't have been in extreme pain if you were as fit as you say at the 25-meter mark. I reckon
I could do a
it would have
20
been.
at that time. I could do a 25-meter easy, like
Yeah,
from
of
push
course
off.
you could. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So therefore, if you dove and you're saying at the 50% mark of a 50-meter pool, which is 25 meters, you will
no, that's
obviously be in pain.
psychological. That's psychological.
Oh, because you're looking at the distance ahead.
And I mean, even though I just said I felt it at the 25, but I still made it to the 50. I mean, that's not physical, is it? It's psychological.
So what's your visibility? Did you wear goggles with your training and stuff because you didn't want chlorine in your eyes and shit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the world underwater in a swimming pool like compared to, I don't know, you've done other things. I mean, you've been tackling people as a polo player. You did nippers, didn't you, in the ocean, swimming with sharks and shit, which
Yeah.
is normal as a kid.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
out of the water with sharks in your fucking mouth. I don't even
Yeah.
understand your whole watery upbringing because you were just a swimming pool tadpole kid.
I think it was, I'm pretty sure I was about, I can't fully remember it, but I kind of can. I would have been like 3 or 4 years old, and I was living down at Fairlight Beach, and I was down in the little kiddie pool with mum and dad, and I've just got this fucking memory of dad pushing my hand underwater.
Didn't happen.
No, I'm sure it didn't. But
No, you're look.
not to drown
Your
me,
dad,
but to
your
just be like,
your
just
dad
to be
was
like,
very loving, and I know
oh no no
there's
no
certain issues
no,
with
this
his
is
parents, but
training. This is training, dude. This is training from a young age, and I can if I was a dad and I had a kid that age, I'd be like, yeah, start swimming, son. And
it
I'd be
is
like,
interesting
oh,
to
what's
think
the
though. Your
toughest?
dad at that time, you were his first kid. He'd never
He
had
was
kids
young.
before.
He
He
was
was how old
26 years old,
when you were what
born.
born? Right.
No, 27. So I think,
Yeah,
oh,
my parents were
26.
the
No, I
same
think he's
age when my dad
26.
was born.
He was 26. Yeah.
I mean, that's fuck. Like, I'm
Well, Catherine and Neil were
20
fucking
years older
18,
than
I
that,
think,
but I still feel like
when they got
I
married.
don't even
I
know
don't
what I'm
know.
supposed to do with this information because I mean, if I hung out with a 26-year-old right now, we were
Yeah,
talking about
you're
the
way too
generational
young.
speed gap.
Yeah,
Like, couldn't
generation
even be
speed
friends.
and infiltration. Like so, yeah, and the
I would
information
be.
in their heads was different.
No, but like I'm saying, like I intend on
Oh, it's not
preserving that for
generational
many years.
speed, dude. It's generational dilation. Fuck.
Ah,
It's not even speed. It's fucking dilation.
are we talking about like satellites and shit now? But with
It's
older people,
logarithmic. It's logarithmic, man. Because it's fucking like the whole.
don't make it
It's
logarithmic. You make everything logarithmic. That's too big.
because it is though,
It's not
but
that
on a
big.
small scale.
Oh man, the
Okay, it's
view from here
dilation.
is
It's
unbelievable.
dilation.
The sunset is
We're
amazing.
approaching the speed of light. We're approaching the speed of light as a humanity.
Oh come on,
So I'm getting too
like
fast.
a few monkeys talking. You got to be kidding me. Nowhere close to the speed of light. I am. I don't know how to segue back into this, but let's go back from your trip from Hong Kong to Hanoi and continue the Vietnam description, because I didn't really fully get that.
I can't remember what
You're
the point of the
swimming.
description.
No,
Yeah.
I know why, because your friend was a swimmer. You used to swim with him. We went into the swimming track.
No, but that's the reason. That's the reason he was in Hong Kong. So that's the whole reason for that.
You were there, right?
No. I was just going on a fucking bender with Richie.
Oh, how did you get? Did you get a free ticket into the? Was your association with your friend?
No, I got a free ticket from this trip, but that's later. That's because of the nana.
What's the penthouse for? Is it just somebody who happened to be there as well?
Yeah, and when I say penthouse, it wasn't like decked out. It was fucking like old and crusty. It was like in Kowloon. So I was like, the building was like fucking.
So he's not a world champion at this point. He's just a contender. Okay, keep going.
Oh no, this wasn't his house either. It was his like grandfather's place. He just
he had just relatives, right? Okay.
Yeah, he had relatives in here because he was Chinese, but Hong Kong Chinese. But he'd been brought up in Australia. He had a full Australian accent.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
But I think he can speak Cantonese. Yeah. But anyway, so we were staying there, and it was sick. Like it was crusty as like it was full on crusty, man. Like it was no amenities whatsoever. It was all fucking seedy, but it was huge. Like it was the whole penthouse of this building, and it was
what kind of a grandparent has an apartment instead of a house? I've never seen that.
No, because I think no. I think he had money because he had real estate, and this was just one of the real estates he had.
Okay.
And when this gentleman moved over there, he had access to it.
Did you say gentleman? Who the fuck you represent?
Yeah, I didn't want to say his name. It's Ken. Ken. His name's Ken. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. So we fucking. Oh yeah, that's it. No, we went and had the karaoke with the Chinese swim team.
Yeah.
So we were in we had to go like an elevator and shit. It was like 20th floor or some shit, and there's heaps of chicks, and but they're all Chinese swimming chicks. Like, but there would have been probably.
This was like time out for all the different teams.
This was literally like a section of the Chinese swim team. Every single one of them was from the swim team.
Okay.
They were in Hong Kong for like some Asia Games or some shit.
Oh, so this is a big event on television and stuff.
No. It was there wasn't an event. It was a training thing.
Oh.
But it meant that they were there, and it wasn't the whole team. It was like there was probably about 20, 25 of them, something like that. And then
your competitor from Australia was shipped over at the Chinese government's expense.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he had family there as well. I don't know the full situation. I don't know. You know what, dude? I don't know what the full situation was. I'm not going to just say, that happened. But I know that he would, because he was, obviously, he would have loved to be on the Australian Olympic team, I'm sure. But it was so competitive at that time. That was when Ian Thorpe was around, man. It was the torpedo.
Yeah.
So it was like, he was fucking good, man. He was fucking, like the guy was just, he had the body of the swimmer. He was just a swimmer.
Those famous ones as well.
No.
No way. Right? They're like 10 years younger.
I think he's about the same age. I think he's the same age as me.
Ian Thorpe.
Yeah, but I never met any of that. I was never in those circles. I was higher up in water polo than swimming. But there was two guys at our school, Ken and this other guy, Michael, and they were like, but like they were still so far off that Olympic time, like, so it was just, and the amount of training we used to do was just incredible, So I was in the same training as those guys, and but I was at the back of the line. So you can imagine, like, you can't just have one swimmer in each lane. So you might have like 6 or 7 swimmers in. There might be 2 lanes. So, and then the first lane would be.
You were passing people coming back in the opposite direction within a lane.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Or do your hands ever
absolutely.
touch?
Oh,
Like, what's the deal with that?
oh, yeah. You touch all the time, and not just that. The guy behind you would push you by tapping your feet, and that would fuck you up because it would make you kick weaker.
in the face, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
No, no, no,
This
not in
is
the
it
face.
sounds
No,
like a
no,
bunch of
no, no.
weird bullshit.
This is literally like this. You're not trying to fight anyone at this point.
No, I
You're
know, I know.
just trying to survive. And if the guy behind you is grabbing your feet with his hands in each stroke, that means you're not going fast enough. So you have to actually. So, and every time that person grabs your foot and pushes it down, it actually fucks your whole rhythm up, and it makes you slower in that second as well. So you're constantly slowing down every time they tap your feet. So you pretty much got to like fucking turbo boost to get out of that situation, and then just to fall back in line, you have to turbo, or else you're gonna
How
fucking
happy
just.
are you that you're not having to turbo boost right at this very moment? You just relax. Like,
I mean, I
seriously,
guess I.
who wants to
Yeah.
go back to do exams in any way whatsoever? It's like it was always the worst shit. Like going to turbo boost to prove yourself in the swimming pool, having to fucking cram with exam
Oh no,
information.
but this wasn't turbo boost to prove it to the instructor. This was just for the to be in that because you know what? That guy behind you wants to be in front of you. You know
What
what I
would
mean?
did your starting order dictate?
Oh,
Like, was that
yeah.
dictated by your speed?
There might be 30 kids in the training squad. There might be two lanes. There might be 15 in each lane, and there's a general order to how you swim based on how fast you can swim over
Jeez.
period.
So you knew where you were ranked at all times.
No, but it's all there's always a tussle for it, and it's always easier to catch up than it is to swim away. It's always easier to chase someone.
Did you ever grab anybody's feet?
Fucking oath. Yeah.
And did you
That was
replace
just
them?
the culture. I'm not saying like, and you didn't just immediately change places. Like sometimes you kick the fucking, it was all banter. Like, you knew everyone. But yeah, I was man, fucking oath. Like that was one of the things.
So this artificial world of competitiveness and ranking that we have at school, that you had in that swimming club, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, are you glad that you're not part of that anymore? Or
Well, I
is
mean,
there
I
something you
guess
miss
I think
about it?
because then I became a chef, man, and it was like I've got to say it was kind of similar in the kitchen.
Go on, tell us.
Well, just in terms of the mentality, like you wanted to have the cleanest uniform and the cleanest bench, but the quickest food and the tastiest food and the best looking food, like and it wasn't like I've got to tell you actually it was very exhausting that job. Um, but yeah, it was a similar mentality for me, or maybe that was just my mentality. I don't know.
So you've got this pause in that career, which has been going now for what, 20 years?
Yeah, a bit over. Yeah.
And so, are you relieved?
Um, I don't know whether I call it relief.
Or do you miss it?
It's not like I've sat down and gone, oh, well, that's
So I'm
over.
forcing you to do so right now.
But like I don't feel like that. So yeah.
So what would you prefer to, like, at this moment right now? I'm assuming all this truck drive delivery stuff you're doing is simply a health measure to save yourself from yourself.
Well, I mean,
Isn't that true?
that's low down on the list of
Okay.
the reasons, to be
What's the
honest. But
first one?
that was
What's the
kind of
highest?
you know what? To be honest, it wasn't even a reason. That's like a nice benefit.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought it was the main thing.
Wasn't the main thing,
What's the main
but it was
benefit?
like well, no, because I'm not like because that's a different mental thing altogether. But
So my in what I call this is like a forgotten the name. I came up with a really good term for it. inhaler, my something inhaler. Anyway, it was a good idea. I forgot what it's called. It's actually called a vaporizer, but I have to use the word inhaler. But what's called a something inhaler was my medical term for it, so I could get away with shit if I was ever caught.
Yeah.
Medical inhaler or something. I don't know. Anyway, so being a chef, you're not just pausing. You are just pausing.
I don't think I'd ever. Like, I would never work as a head chef or anything anymore.
Really?
But I would think about like opening something with Chloe, which would, you know what I mean? Which would be being a chef again.
Oh yeah, new business.
Yeah, I would think about doing something like that, but I don't think I would go and get another job like as a chef. As I say that though, I'm working this weekend with one of my old places just for a night. But
Is it Lansing?
no. It's the function, the Italian function center I was working at a few months back.
Let me describe to you the lack of brain power I have right now.
You need sleep.
No. I'm not tired at all. It's. I'll describe it. My eyes are like fully. I reckon there is no part of my lid that is touching my iris. The word I was looking for was therapeutic inhaler, which for all of you vapors out there, use it, abuse it, and fucking tell people to fuck off. Now, this feeling of being stoned on paint and paint thinner and all sorts of shit like that, just from my household being enclosed, is probably not the reason I'm feeling anything at all. Because, well, it could be. I think I'm burned out psychologically. I think that's what it is.
Oh, it could be just a massive combination.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It could. What happens if you feel jet lagged? You know about jet lag. Like you don't have to be in a plane to know about sleep deprivation. Like sleep deprivation has been at the heart of every single day of my adult life and before.
Yeah,
there's never been a day I've been fresh ever in my adult life. Last time I was fresh, I remember before my parents got separated back in 1983. Before I started sitting up until 5 a.m. watching Felix the Cat and shit because I'd wet the bed and an alarm had gone off and all sorts of shit like that when I was a kid. The last time I had a full night's sleep and was fresh and in sync with Earth and the cicadas, probably 1982.
Yeah,
I reckon something like that. And I since then, the separation of my parents caused me to do what my sister ordered me to do, which was to force myself into feeling like shit to make sure I was never happy. And from there, it was all just soldier duties, like absolute 100% self-sacrifice and commitment to make sure I never felt happy. And so that's taken up all my time and all my life. So that's how I'm still feeling, even after 41 years. I'm fucked from it. My dad, I told him today in a text message, like, fucking give you some closure, piece of shit. He probably deserves to be in prison. Like, because he didn't give a shit that I was hurting, self-harming for the cause. He didn't care about what was going on in my mind. He was like, what's your behavior like on this day? That's not a parent. A parent should actually care about what the child is feeling, not what the behavior is like only. You know what I mean?
But that's that maybe that's the fucking kickoff from that generational thing. Like,
it doesn't matter
because he's old. Like
I trained him. I told him. You can't ignore it. It's not a cartoon. It's not a fucking movie. It wasn't edited. It was years and years. Okay, even if I say years and years, that sounds edited already. Imagine second one. This is how long seconds take to pass, right? I'm approximating, but it's about this, right? I can say a lot of words in that amount of time to my father about what I'm feeling, and his listening skills are a choice for him.
Yeah.
Like, for him to fill those moments that pass, that take a week, a month, a year, and everything else, and just turn a blind eye to his child's suffering. Like, for a start off, let me just say this. He and his new wife committed child abuse at a massive scale.
Yeah.
To the point that it's probably one of the largest non-sexual child abuse scandals in Australian history. If it were to go out like that, 40 years of suffering has happened because he just has not ever faced the reality of what's going on. Like, I've been in lockups with handcuffs off the edge of cliffs and forced into having antipsychotics and antidepressants and all sorts of shit that cause me to have swallowing problems, obesity problems, years worth of problems. Like, it was. And what happened during this? He would fly off to another country to go on another world trip with his wife, who was always whispering.
Yeah.
I think Cameron, my stepbrother, who you're friends with as well, resents me for blaming his mum. I don't blame his mum completely. My stepmother. There were days that she was nice to me. She would accommodate some of my vegetarian needs, right?
Yeah.
All of my self-sacrifice seemed in vain if I wasn't helping the most persecuted slaves of all and being against racism, which is what vegetarians are. They're against actual racism, not fucking bullshit nigger racism. They're against actual mass murder racism.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. So, yeah. Anyway, my brain's fucked and fried from all.
Yeah, dude. I know you sleep on different patterns, man. But yeah, I generally like this. Yeah, I feel like you need some fucking rest, dude.
Oh fuck! My mum just sent me a text message.
But it's not gonna happen now after you're drinking, this and shit. But then you need some rest.
Would you recommend alcohol to the psychologically impaired?
100%
to the
not.
people who are emotionally sad?
100% not.
You wouldn't.
No.
If you're feeling down, I'll tell you what. I would recommend cigarettes, alcohol. Like, I've taken all the different types of shit. Cigarettes are the number one mood stabilizers there are. Right? You should, if you're massively depressed, it was only cigarettes saved my life.
Yeah, like,
seriously, I had nowhere to move to, nowhere for my mind to go, and smoking saved me. Nicotine saved me. It wasn't just about the patches; it was the whole knowing that I'm proactively trying to kill myself a little bit each day. That helped. Yeah. You don't just fucking sit there and go, oh, I wish I was dead, and not be doing anything about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying, I wish I was dead, and then not even trying to kill themselves.
Yeah.
At least with a fucking cigarette in your hand, you are actively, knowingly trying to die.
You're giving it a bash.
Yeah, you're giving it a bash, right? Putting in a little bit of effort. And also, as an added bonus, the nicotine stabilizes your mood. That's why you see all the homeless people digging through the gutter to find any fucking tobacco they can find. And if you have any, you should fucking give it to them.
Yeah.
They need it much more than you do.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You're sounding like you're wrapping up. We're not wrapping up. You haven't even told us about the Vietnamese experience.
Oh man, but there's too many ways to go. Like from when I fly into Vietnam, there's books.
I'll let you say it. I'll let you
shit.
say the whole story. I'm not going to interrupt anymore.
No, but there's not there's too many stories. Like it's just
no. Well, they'll talk about ones where you nearly die. The important stories.
So that one was coming out of Thailand. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up, dude. You know what? I think because I've got these things. I've got a few. Because my mother-in-law is coming here tomorrow.
Oh shit! That's early.
Yeah. So that's when I said housework earlier. I actually literally have housework. Like,
Shit.
and
All right.
I'm talking
All right.
like wiping benches and
I didn't want
mopping
it to all
floors and
conclude
stuff.
with me having a sub story. I wanted you to talk
No,
about some scary fucking alleyway situation.
but I
With
think
machine
there's
guns.
not enough time now to do the whole
Come
thing.
on, just do the machine gun. Come on.
No. It would be.
Wasted.
It wouldn't
All
give
right.
it justice. It wouldn't give it justice.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Thanks all for listening to
Love you all.
us getting smashed again. All right.
Oh yeah, just do it and then get some freaking sleep. And oh, give me a call tomorrow because I've got my different thing going on.
All right. I hope your mother-in-law and you have fun meeting with each other and doing shit.
Yeah, we'll be. It'll be great. It'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
you're very accommodating. Good host.
Yeah.
All right. I'll speak to you later. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.